Good evening, everybody. We are super excited to welcome you all to a very, very special call tonight. And we want you to, first of all, unmute yourselves. And once I've told you a bit more about our guests, I want you guys to absolutely go crazy, make a big noise so that they feel super, super welcome and excited to share the absolute best with us tonight. Are you guys up for it?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. So our guests tonight have only been in the business for almost just about a little bit more than 2 years. I remember the first meeting, seeing them at our monthly meetings, and every month there was progress, and I just saw these guys are going to go somewhere. So within their first year, qualified to active world team, went to Krakow. And this year really worked like crazy and was one of the, I think, number 3 in the country that qualified as Premier League qualifiers, active world team. They went to Manchester and are absolutely cooking back from Manchester. And they've got a very, very special message for all of us tonight. So we want to first of all say thank you for taking time out of your own busy schedule to share with our team your experience, a little bit of your vision, and why it's important for you to go to the Summer Spectacular. So thank you, Tessia and Leslie. We are so excited. So the team's going to scream like, show their number one voices. So please unmute yourselves. Can you scream and shout and don't let me down? So welcome.
It's good to have you in the car.
Ready for the message. Okay, so and remember, the person that's going to chat the most, that's going to share where you are, that's going to go aha and wonderful and really participate, is going to get a gift from us, a nice branded gift. Every week we do this. So over to you, Tessia and Leslie. Thank you so much for sharing with us tonight.
Good evening, Elsa and team.
Good evening.
Let us just say thank you for having us this evening. I know that you guys have been looking forward to having us on this Zoom call. So I hope tonight we're not going to disappoint, but I want to hand over to Tessia to start the evening for us.
Do we have slide?
Yes, first slide.
Good evening, everyone. Just as a short introduction of us as the August family. We are both, me and Leslie are both professional nurses. This year, we are 32 years married. We've got 4 kids. And I think that's the important part of us as a family. And the reason why we started with Herbalife was, I think, our love for traveling. And that's our focus. And you will see that we always try to go for everything that is travel related. So if you can move out the slides for me. During COVID, we really picked up weight, as you can see. Leslie is on the one slide and the next slide is myself. We picked up a lot of weight, and you can understand for us as healthcare workers, we are not supposed to look like that. We're supposed to look a bit healthier than that. And as you can see, my slide, I picked up severe weight during that period. And we met OPA and NC, our upline, and they introduced the business to us, plus the products as well. We started immediately on the products and we got great results. We weren't interested in the business at all. As you know, you guys, we have our own business running. I think that's our priority now at this stage, but Herbalife is our second income, basically. So we didn't think about business at that stage. But when he showed us his income, we decided to start with a business as well. And yeah, I think that is a short introduction why we're doing Herbalife at this stage. Leslie is going to talk a little bit more on why and what we are doing at this stage.
Yeah, so Elsa, the next slide. So guys, yes, when we were in Krakow last year with Sharita and Elda, when we saw that Manchester is going to be the next extravaganza 2024, Tessie and I already made the decision there that same day, that last day of the Krakow extravaganza, third day, that we're going to Manchester. So this was something that was like already decided in 2023. And January 2024, when we did our planning for the year, it was definitely on our cards that we will go to Manchester. So it was something that we looked forward to. And when we went to the UK, the idea was at least to spend a few days before we, engage the extravaganza training. So we went for 4 days to London, and the remainder of the 10 days, the 6 days, was spent in Manchester. Just some photos that I want to share with you very quickly, Elsa. You don't have to spend much time on them. As you can see, Tessia is in most of the photos. You may continue. So just some photos from our time in London. You can just go through them, Elsa. There's no need to talk to them. I just wanted to show some photos to the team. So it was a very fun-filled 10 days for us. It is our second time out of South Africa as husband and wife, and we really enjoyed, the time, spending time together, bonding as a couple, but also to experience the culture of the people in England. And yes, when we got there, sadly our luggage went missing. So for 3 days we had no luggage that we could use. But yeah, that happens, and it was a nice experience. Although there was a bit of anxiety, because every time when we contact them to find out where is our luggage, it was forever coming, But eventually we got our luggage and things went well. So we had quite a number of places that we visited, and it was very exciting, especially going to the soccer museum. I'm not a sports person, but all those photos I've sent through to my brother and his kids because they are soccer fanatics. We had to buy quite a number of Manchester T-shirts, soccer jerseys, balls and caps, to take home, because the list of demands were very long. You can continue.
I just wanted to add that when we arrived in London, I went on my app and I ordered all the things, and I threw it in my basket, which we don't have in South Africa. And they delivered that package to us in Manchester. So I brought back a lot of stuff which we don't have. So that was quite interesting.
Yeah, so we could now try some new products that we don't have in South Africa. But yeah, it was just to see how it works if you order, products in a different country. But the systems are well oiled and it worked very well. So we did receive our stuff with the turnaround time of 3 days, and we were quite happy. So yes, what is our takeaway from Manchester? And this is something that Tessie and I have talked for a very long time about, and something that we're definitely going to implement going forward, because our current situation is, although that we are doing quite well in our personal performance, we're averaging 4,500 volume per month. But we are really struggling with our supervisors to give us the organizational volume, the royalty overrides that we need, to grow our royalty check. And what was very profound was the training on royalty, growing your royalty check, increasing your royalties and working with the supervisors. And that is something that I felt was speaking to me and Tessia specifically in our business, and what we want to bring home and want to implement. So these are the things that they spoke to us about. It was mindset, and it's a bit small. Yeah, okay. It's vision. And then when I talked about the vehicle, and then of course, what is your flow, and what training structure do you have in place for your new distributors, and then eventually, you know, creating that independent leaders that is going to grow your business for you. Next slide, Elsa. So when we talk about mindset, the whole idea was whether you see your business as an amateur or whether you see your business as a professional. If you see your business as an amateur, you're not going to really concentrate on bringing in new people and working with those people and eventually, you know, create independent leaders, supervisors that can independently work or function of you and grow their own teams. But if you're a professional, you have a long-term vision in terms of growth and as quickly as possibly how you can, you know, develop your distributors into supervisors and duplicate what you are doing so they can function independently of you. So that was the difference that came out very clearly, that an amateur is just somebody that's doing Herbalife, maybe just to create, just to have some retail and earn, you know, 5,000 Rand a month. But the professional is somebody that is looking over the long term in terms of growth and where he sees himself in terms of the marketing plan going forward. So yes, it is. When you retail, it's good because that's money that you immediately can put in your pocket. But if you want to build a business and if you want to have a professional business, you have to look at a royalty business. So it is about creating those supervisors and teaching them exactly what you are doing so they can teach the same to their team and to their members. And in that way, you grow your business and you grow your royalty check. So you must have personal standards. You must have your own personal goals. And that is what Tessia and I have been doing in January. What is it that we want to achieve for the year? So yes, we had Manchester on the cards, and we said to ourselves that we are going to work very hard to qualify for the ENA vacation going to Miami. But when in March, when the Premier League came out, we add that to our list. So those were the three things that we wanted to work towards, and two of those things already has been kind of ticked off as done. So yes, having a personal standards as a professional, you know, Herbalife distributor or entrepreneur, what is it that you would work towards? What is your personal goal target if you set for yourself? Is it 12,500 volume points? Is it X amount of supervisors, X amount of distributors you want to bring in per week? Next slide. So that is the mindset that you must have. And obviously, you must look towards your business in a 3 to 5 year period. Then the vision is, where do you see yourself in terms of the marketing plan within that 3 to 5 years, 10-year period? Do you see yourself as a press team in the next 3 years or a millionaire team in the next 3 years? So you must have that goal. You must have that vision in terms of the marketing plan, but not just a vision for yourself, but also a vision for your team. As you develop these supervisors, where do they see themselves, and where do you see them within the marketing plan in their within their own, you know, performance and their own vision, and work with them to obtain that vision that they have for themselves and that goals that they've set for themselves. So yes, for us, for me and Tessia to get to a global expansion team, it was said that we need at least 13 supervisors, but those 13 supervisors has to be, you know, productive supervisors. They have to be active supervisors, and they have to be profitable supervisors. What we have at the moment is most probably we're sitting at about 12 supervisors, but they are not where we want them to be. So they are not very active. They are not productive. So that is something that Tessia and I really have to work hard on if you want to move to the next level, which is global expansion team. Yes, stretch your vision. Don't limit yourself in terms of where you can be within the next year or the next 3 years. Stretch your vision, but stay focused and stay goal driven. Next slide. So the vehicle is, what is your DMO? And what came out very clearly is that all the DMOs work. You can even have multiple DMOs. What Tessia and I am doing at the moment is we are doing the pamper parties, as you guys know, but once those people have bought into, the products through our pamper parties, we then obviously put them into a 10-day marathon. And we don't do our marathons on what is this, Captain Bot? Yeah, Telegram. We do our marathons on WhatsApp. It just gives us that liberty, to talk to our customers more freely and to allow them also to communicate back with us. And what we've done now is that once a customer has done 2 marathons with us, the third marathon, or I would say the third lap, we would put him into, what do you call that?
Healthy lifestyle group.
A healthy lifestyle group, which is a long-term group of, I would say, it's almost like a community that we're starting to build of people that are product lovers. So the third lap that they've done, they then go into this healthy lifestyle group, and there we still monitor them in terms of the results in the progress, but obviously we want them to adopt a healthy lifestyle by really using the products on a daily basis and continuing using the products. But we will work on the other end with lap 1 and lap 2 of the new customers that we're bringing in. And as they go forward, we will then move them over into the healthy lifestyle group, which is, of course, your community that we obviously want to build. Yeah. So, and obviously, we introduce new products to them when they're in this healthy lifestyle group. So yes, it's weight loss, but then we also later on add to whatever it is they're using. So your DMO should be your vehicle that is taking you from where you are to where you want to be. Okay, but find the DMO that you really love, that is really working for you. What came out very clearly is that if something works, please don't change it. Don't see if something works for somebody else and is doing wonderfully good that you're also not going to jump onto that bandwagon and also going to do whatever that person is doing. If something works for you, continue, be consistent, be persistent, and just be disciplined and do what you are doing if it's working for you. If it's not working for you, obviously make the necessary changes and see how that goes for you. The basics we should never abandon, which is use, wear, and talk, of course. And then solidify your dream through building a community. That cannot be overemphasized, guys. We need to have some form of community, and that is what Tessia and I realize, and that's why now we move to this healthy lifestyle group, which is now becoming our community, because these are the people that we now sort of connecting with on a long-term basis, making sure they become product lovers and they continue the lifestyle of the Herbalife products. And then obviously, yes, your personal production, be consistent in your personal production. Do not drop your 2.5. That should not be an option. Even if you're given yourself, the target of 4,000 volume points, yeah, be consistent, whatever it is that personal production target you've set for yourself. Next slide. Yeah, I've talked about set targets. You can go back to that one.
Sorry.
Are we now at flow? Are we doing flow? Now we finished with vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Next one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, yeah. So guys, this was also one thing that came out very, very clearly. You must have a flow. You can't just bring people into your organization, make them distributors, and tell them they're now coaches, and then expect of them to go and recruit new distributors and sell or retail the products to new customers. What are they going to say to these people? What do they know about volume points? What do they know? So you must have a system of, when I bring new people in, how do I take them through my system that will ensure that, number one, they are properly empowered in terms of training, in terms of development and coaching, and secondly, in terms of the outcomes that you want to achieve, which is a profitable supervisor. The word profitable supervisors was probably going to become the buzzword going forward in 2025 for Herbalife, because that is the emphasis of the whole training for me, that we must work towards creating profitable supervisors. What Tessia and I have been doing over the last 2.5 years is bringing in supervisors, but the word profitable was not there. And that is something that we're working very hard on now going forward. And more than profitable supervisors, your flow must create supervisors that can duplicate what you are doing. So yes, your flow must be very clear to your supervisors so that they can implement the flow in their own teams and in their own businesses. So yes, it's all about taking a customer through a customer experience that will not only retain the customer, but also possibly convert the customer into a distributor. So you have to work on that flow that kind of converts your customer into a distributor. What they're doing in England, the people that presented specifically this session, is they have something called the happy hour, which we found very nice, because a happy hour is an hour where you bring all your customers into one room. You do not eat Herbalife. You have a nice eat, whether it is a light finger meal that you have arranged, or maybe just fruit, something to snack on. But no Herbalife is presented there. And then people are being called up to come and talk about the journey. People are being called up to come and talk about the results, and everybody clap and everybody cheers and everybody just celebrates, people that have achieved their body goals and that is still in the process of achieving their body goals. But it's all about creating a community of people that are like-minded and people that have, a common interest, a common goal that they work towards. So the happy hour was something nice for me. And that's why Tessia and I have created this group of what do you call them, lifestyle customers, which we are working towards creating that as our community. And in that group, we also obviously, give free gifts, incentives for people that have done very well in terms of the goals, people who have been very persistent and constant in their journey. When they're supposed to use the products and drink the water and do the exercise. And so those are the people that we really celebrate, and obviously we incentivize them so that they can continue on that part, but also encourage other participants, other group members, to follow suit. Next slide. I need, time-wise. So yes, apart from the flow, part of your flow is you should have a dedicated training structure in your planning, because bringing in new distributors goes hand in hand with what are you going to train them on. Bringing in new customers, meaning what are you going to train them on in terms of the product, the usage of the product, and what are the products for. So you should have two dedicated sessions, one for customers and one for definitely for distributors. And when you talk about distributor training, is taking them through the whole process of recruitment, the whole process of retailing, but also the process of how do you grow in terms of the marketing plan and move upwards in the marketing plan, and having a dedicated flow system for themselves that they can work their team through and their customers take it through that flow, so that they also have the very same results that you have. So you can't send out a distributor without them knowing what to say or what to do. And that's why the training is so important. And we should actually plug our new distributors into the online support and the support that is there from the company, your Discover Herbalife, BBSS events, your leadership development events, and of course, an event like the Extravaganza Summer Spectacular. If they see the bigger picture of what is happening, obviously there will be growth. So yes, how can you go and coach? How can they go and coach their customers if they didn't have the necessary training? Next slide.
You can even put scripts in.
Yeah, many of the people in the UK are using scripts. So the upline would come out with a script. What you say to your customer, what you say to your new distributor, and they get to learn the script, and they need to practice saying the script in front of you, and then you go out with them where they present the script to a customer or to a distributor, and it's about tell, try, and do. So you need to show them what to do. Or first you need to tell them what to do, show them what to do, let them try to do that, and then obviously if there's any corrections or advice you need to give that person, you can give that person. So scripting is what they also using quite a bit in the UK. So yes, the ultimate outcome of this whole flow process must be to create independent, profitable leaders. Independent, you do not want people, to be dependent on you forever. Your supervisors should be functioning independent of you. You must make sure that you have given everything for that person to perform and functions independent of you. And I always look at Tessia and myself when Opa and NC, when they had a bit of a dip in the business and they went completely, quiet, we had to continue doing the business, and we were independent of our sponsors, independent of our upline. But yes, you still have to have that link with your upline, as when you really need support, then they are there to support you. But ultimately, the goal is that you create independent leaders, leaders that can do what you do independent of you, teach their downline how to do it, and obviously duplicate the process going downwards. So from the distributor to supervisor, you should actually, sorry, there's some water. So yes, within 3 to 4 months, you should create, new supervisors. We have looked at our turnaround time. It seems that we are doing it in 5 months. Creating every 5 months, we're creating 1 or 2 supervisors, which is okay for us, but we should actually try and doing it in a shorter period of time. Next slide. So guys, yes, the event was magnificent. Over 14,000 people into one area from all over Europe and from Africa. If you have not been to an extravaganza, please put it in your wish list, put it in your, what you call it, what basket is that? On your to-do list. But in my view, if you are a professional distributor, sorry, say again, Elsa?
Bucket
Your
list.
bucket list. That's the word. I know there was some bucketing. But if you are a professional Herbalife distributor, you should at least, attend every second year, if not every year, at the extravaganza. That's in my view, because extravaganzas just completely turns your whole vision and view around in terms of what the business can give you. When you listen to all these stories of ordinary people and how Herbalife has completely changed their lives, then you say to yourself, if they can't do it in 2 years, 3 years time, from a distributor to multi in 3 years, why can't I do it? What is wrong with me? And they just encourage and motivate and inspire you. And some of the stories are very emotional, and people cry on stage, and you could feel, you can share that emotion with them when they tell the story. So for me, an extravaganza is something that a serious Herbalife distributor must attend. Next slide. So yes, I've got some points that I think why it's important for us as distributors to attend extravaganzas. Of course, it is to see the bigger picture. I told I had an HOM after we came back from Manchester. Tessia and I, in conjunction with Fatiswa and Bones Babume, and I must say the response was very, very good. We had over 40 people into one space. And we shared with them, what happened in the UK and what's been happening with us over the last 2 years. Bongs and Batiswa ended off the session with what has been happening with them and their lifestyle that they are living currently. And I must say, amazingly, I've already signed 2 new distributors from that event. I've got 2 more that is going to sign before the end of the month. So I'm looking at possibly signing 4 people. But we had a follow-up event this past Saturday, and 2 new people are signing up from that event. So people need to see the bigger picture. But when they come to an HOM that you have at your house, it's only you and most probably your wife that they see. But the bigger picture, obviously, then is to get them to a Discover Herbalife or BBS, where they see what is happening in your region, in Cape Town. And then obviously we're taking them to an LDW, taking them to a summer spectacular. And then the ultimate thing is to get them, you know, to a extravaganza where they see what is really happening in terms of a global level, what is happening within the company. So it is to see the bigger picture and to be part of a global community. Guys, you really get the best of the best trainings at extravaganzas. They only source the best people to come and to talk about how they're doing the business. And I must say, this training that we received in Manchester was very, very skills-based. It was much different from what we heard in Poland. I must say that it was a different level. It was another level. We really enjoyed the training, and you could take away, you know, useful nuggets, tips that you can implement in your business. And that's why what I presented to you in terms of the independent profitable supervisors is something that we're going to apply to our business. Then obviously you get the opportunity to meet new people, do a lot of networking, and obviously you'll be representing your country at such a global event. Sadly, I think South Africans can do much better in terms of the attendance at extravaganzas abroad. We were a very small group. I think we were about 170 compared to what other countries are bringing to the extravaganzas. But we, as the upcoming leadership, as the current leadership, needs to work on that so that we can get more people attending the extravaganzas. Guys, really, I talked about the stories of ordinary people. Yeah, these stories are remarkable. They just kind of open up your eyes. You see the possibility, you see the vision. You just want to be close to them and be part of this circle and share what they are sharing and experience what they're experiencing. So in terms of inspiration and motivation, the extravaganzas is really doing that to people. And then, of course, it expands your vision in terms of your own growth and your own development within your business. And yeah, you now can dream of what the future can be for you in Herbalife, the possibilities that are endless. So the extravaganza, if you go there for the first time, you're definitely a different person when you come back. And as one thing I can promise you is after an extravaganza, there's always a permanent change. So what I'm saying to you is just watch the space. Come next year, January, February, March, April, Tessia and I, we are going for Get. We are going for Get Team. We are announcing that very loudly so people can know. That is what extravaganza does to people after they've been to such a wonderful, you know, event. Very quickly, like I said, we already qualified for the Premier League. As Elsa had indicated, we are active supervisors now for the last, 10 months. We have not for 1 month dropped out 2.5. We're averaging, like I said, 3.5 to 4,500 volume points a month. And we already qualified for the VIP party at the Summer Spectacular happening next month. So we're very excited, looking forward to the 3-day training. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be absolutely wonderful. And if you have not bought your ticket, you are going to miss out. Please get your ticket, get your arrangement in order, be at the event. It's going to be super amazing. Next slide. So guys, this is where I'm going to say thank you. Tessia and I are into our last 3 months of qualification for the E&A vacation.
It's only 2 months left.
Only 2 months left because this month is coming to an end. So yes, we have to re-qualify active world team, and that is what we're working very hard on. We should be qualifying active world team by the end of November. And then the last few volume points we need to scrape in at the end of December so that we can qualify. So guys, please, both your thumbs, just keep it crossed for us so that we do qualify. Elsa, thank you very much. That's the end of our presentation. I hope we haven't gone over your time.
No. Listen, we want to give you all the time that you want. We are so, you know, grateful that you are taking the time out of your own business. Thank you for very inspirational training. And it is so true. It's just completely a different ball game when you come back from an event and your vision is so much bigger, because it was very similar for us. We actually went to London about 2 months in the business, and went to Earl's Court as supervisors, actually world team. At those days, you did 10,000 points in 1 month to qualify world team. There was only one way to do it. And you had to do 10,000 personal volume points. And we actually did 14,000 because we wanted to qualify for a picture with Mark Hughes. So when you come back from that, you know, you fly back without the aeroplane and you just come back with a completely different vision. And from there, you know, within 4 years, we qualified to the president's team. So all we want to say is we really built our business with events. And I know for you guys, the amount of people that you're going to have at Summer Spectacular is probably going to determine whether, you know, how hard and how much easier it's going to be for you to get your global expansion team next year. So thank you so much. That's really the message we wanted to drive home for everybody. And the show's not over until the fat lady is slimmed. There's lots of people that live in Joburg. There's lots of people that can still go. And it's up to us to really promote until the very last minute and ask, who do you know, who do you know, who do you know? I was so privileged that our upline was Alan Lorenz, who was the master of promotions. And he just always said, work hard, but not just hard, but work smart. And you can never replace an event. You can try to convince people, but an event does it. It's like this whole emotional growth you go through. You know, your first event, you have a bit of folded arms, then you open your arms, you think these people are crazy that are clapping all the time and standing on the chairs. It's not a little while, then you are on the chairs and clapping yourself because you start believing it for yourself. And I'm part of the agenda committee for our event. The couple that's coming is absolutely amazing. They turned their business around completely and they are going to really, really deliver. I'm very excited about them. They're going to be training us on about 5, 6 opportunities over the weekend. And then we are going to really have the South African legends. We are going to deliver like crazy. We've been working like endlessly for 4 months to put everything together. At the moment, we're spending 4 hours a week to finalize all the speakers and everything. So I promise you, we're working very hard to really deliver a very special event. So we want to say to you guys, thank you for sharing a bit of your eyes. You know, Jim Rohn or even Alan Marquis always said, borrow my eyes. You know, put a bit of my glasses on so that you can see the vision and understand what is possible. So thank you so much. We are super, super excited. And we want to say thank you back to you for your time and effort that you have spent with us. I want to stop the share. We're just going to finish up with a little bit of promotions. Are you happy to run with us through our little few slides on promotions? Maybe there's 1 or 2 things that you like that you see, or would you like to guys like to go?
No, we'll stay till the end. Thank you so much for the invite.
Slides that I'm going to share. So at the moment, you know, we try to keep everybody in the loop of everything that's happening. We have got our next 10-day challenge starting tomorrow. So, you know, we, like most of us, I think you guys also do marathons a little bit. Yeah. So we always start on a Tuesday, and every 2 weeks we have a celebration call. So we are getting into the in Afrikaans in die pylvak van die jaar, you know, last few challenges for the year. And so, you know, sometimes we put up a little bit of a special prize. We just had some people win a scale and a Nutri-Bullet. So we're considering maybe to just keep the excitement for the last bit, but we are still deciding the leaders together. And we are focusing a lot on wellness evaluations, change your breakfast, change your life. We're trying to get back to live wellness evaluations, getting into people's energy and getting into their space. And obviously this is something that works very well with tastings, anything that you can do live, but really focusing on doing more wellness evaluations. And then we are going to have a custom event and a team event with a little bit of Amarie. What is the girls doing again? I chose this image, but she's going to do clothes. Wat gaan sy doen? Klerebeplanning.
Ja, ons moet dan nog sê wat sy wil hê of wat ons moet doen. So,
Ek het nou
ja,
daar soos
we can do anything.
dus
We can do color, we can do clothes, we can do
okay.
makeup.
So we want to invite people for we want to think out of the box a little bit, invite people to come for, even the guys can come and look what their wife should wear. It's not just for the girls. Anyway, so that's just save the date. The details are going to come. And then obviously we have 3-day challenges where it's a bit of a 3-day cleanse, starting some people on a trial pack so that they eat clean with us for 3 days, maybe just a cheaper way to try the products and then stay with us. And then obviously with the online HMs, we join what is held around the country, but also encouraging the team to use our slides and invite somebody for a personal HM showcase, or even making a recording for themselves that they can send to their customers. And then obviously we have the promotions that the company has out, the PC promo that's finishing this week. It's the last few days. Let's go smash those goals, whatever goal it is that you're going for. And then we are very excited that some people can still close the sneaker ball, which is going to be so much fun. Let's dress up and really get those last qualifications in. And yeah, then it's really up to us to go and make it happen. So very excited about this month. It's really setting up the last 90 days for this year. And we just want to finish up by everybody opening their cameras and showing some appreciation. And I don't know, Denise, are you going to share who's our person that participated the most that's going to get a gift?
Surieta was the most active tonight. Well done.
Ja,
Nog ietsie vir jou om te pak, Sarita.
We're going to choose some nice coffee mug or something for you. Okay, so you're going to getting the gift. But can you guys please share your enthusiasm, your excitement? Are you going to get more people to some spec? Let's really go and do the who do you know? Can you make some noise, please, and say thank you to Tessia and Leslie. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
everyone.
We really appreciate the bigger picture. Our vision is clear. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Okay, good call. Thank you, everybody.